Okay. Hi guys, it's me Spencer, and I wanted to have a little bit of a serious discussion / rant with you today. So basically, if you can tell by the title, No Fats No Fems, this is, first and foremost, obviously the title is more of a we're talking about that statement itself, I'm not saying no fats, no femmes. Because one of the things that as a bigger gay guy who happens to wear makeup and be, just a little extra fabulous, I have had to deal with so many guys sort of striking up a conversation with me and I have tried pretty much every dating site, dating app, you name it, I've probably tried it. And, and I've been guilty of, putting up kind of the more masculine photos of myself. Not in I want to look more masculine kind of way, but in more of a I think this looks good, I think this will appeal. And I think to myself that that's really a stupid thing to be doing, because obviously I'm only encouraging, the other gay guys to sort of still think it's okay to be really rude to, us more effeminate gay men. And one of the things that I really can't stand, that happens to me all the time, is the you're talking to a guy, and I have had instances where I've been talking to a guy for 2 months, and we'll exchange pictures back and forth, and then all of a sudden he'll be like, oh, what's your Instagram, or he'll add me on Facebook, and all of a sudden, he'll see all of these photos, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, here's a photo of me with green lipstick and blue eyebrows, because I mean, that's a makeup look I've done. But I'm not gonna, that's not oh, this is a really cute photo of me to send. Now, if I'm talking about doing makeup and things like that, I might send it as an example of a look I've done. But most guys don't ask about that. Most guys are just send me, you're a selfie for today or something. One of the most annoying incidences that I have when it comes to dating apps is I will get a message from a guy that would be like, oh, you're really hot, oh, you have the most beautiful eyes. And then the minute they're like, oh, can I follow you? It's always that moment of, beyond telling me that I'm attractive, or, just the general oh, hey, how are you, da-da-da. When they ask me things like, oh, what do you like to do for fun? What do you do for a living? What are your, hobbies and passions and things like that? And then I'm like, well, I am an online student, I do makeup, that's my goal in life is to, do something career-wise with makeup. The minute they hear that, sometimes they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine, da-da-da, because I think they think that I'm doing it on other people. So it's not a me wearing makeup thing, but the minute any guy is like, oh, can I follow you on Instagram? It's always that moment of seeing all these older photos of myself that I shared for posterity on Instagram. Not photos that I would share as oh, this is me looking cute. Okay. And it's always when they go into those photos that literally, I've never had a guy be like, oh, I don't like that. Here's the thing. I think if a guy had said to me oh, that's just really not my thing, that's just not my thing, it doesn't do it for me, then I would think I would be fine. I'd still be a little bit thinking, alright, you're stuck in your self-hating ways. But, I'd still respect the fact that they managed to say it to me. But what always happens is it's always the guy that literally is oh, can I follow you on Instagram? Send my Instagram link. Never hear from them again. It's that just cut off point. And I always think to myself, okay, clearly we were having a good conversation. Literally, if a few pictures of me wearing makeup is enough to make you be ooh, run away, then obviously, it's never gonna work. And I think it's the same thing to address the no fats part of my title. I haven't really ever had an instance with a guy, because I'm a bigger guy, and I photograph and I'm on video a lot thinner than you probably think I am, which is not something that I necessarily do, I'm not trying to fool anyone into thinking that I'm thin. If you ask me, yeah, I am a big guy, I'm fat. But, you know, I like the way that I look when I'm, you know, the way that I appear on video and I appear in my pictures, that's the way that I like to look. That's just my preferred appearance on film and camera and things like that. However, I have had a couple of guys over the course of my dating history that I have met, and despite them, like, me telling them this is, you know, this is like, when you see me in photos, like, I do not look that skinny in real life, or I don't look, you know, or that thin in real life. And like, even guys that have seen full body pictures of me, like, meet me in real life, and it's always, you can just tell that they think to themselves, like, oh no, like, you probably look fine, whatever, da da da. And then they're like, ugh, ugh. Now, here's my thing. If you are not attracted to something, by no means do I want to force you to force yourself, if that makes sense. However, I do think that if you meet somebody and their body isn't exactly like you thought it was, and that's the reason why you kind of jump out of the picture, that makes you an asshole. I'm sorry, there's no getting around that. If you were having great conversation with somebody and, you know, their pictures were like physically doing it for you, and you meet them in person, they're not exactly like, keep getting to know them. You know, you never know. You might start to, the initial shock of them looking different in person might wear off, and you might realize that, you know, their body is the body you like. Okay, so I think I've ranted long enough, and I would like to know your opinions on this, because this is a very, like, big topic. And I hope that I have said something smart within this video. If not, oh well. I just wanted to, like, stick my opinion out there. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow over on my beauty channel, hopefully with my September Ipsy review, if it gets here in the mail tomorrow. Alright, so that's it. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe, and leave me a comment, and if you're feeling extra generous, share this video with your friends on Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Can you share YouTube videos on Instagram? No, you can't. I don't know why I said that. Alright, bye.